Alright guys, I'm going to do something I don't normally do here, and that's this is going to be my first video of doing this kind of thing, and it's a tutorial for the new Noel Gallagher song, The Death of You and Me. Right, just by popular demand. I've had quite a few PMs asking for this tune. Right, so let's get straight into it. Right, so the intro, the little fiddly bit, it's entirely up to you guys. If you're just starting, I advise that you go straight to the chords and just get straight stuck into the song. But for those who like to tackle it, there's two ways of doing it. You can either do it with the C major 7 chord, which is the opening chord which goes along with the riff. You can incorporate the riff with that, which I'll show you after I've done the more simplified version. So the first bit we're going to do is this bit. Right, and that is, I'm fretting the 2nd fret on the high E. And just to remind you guys, if you want to be playing in the same key as me, put a capo on the 4th fret, not the 5th. The reason I've put a capo on the 5th fret is because I'm lower tuned to E flat, because my vocals are as powerful as I'd like them to be. So capo on 4th fret, guys, and you'll be with me on this one. So anyway, as I was saying, this bit is you fret the 2nd fret on the high E, and you're just going up the strings basically. So you're just see if I can get a bit closer here so you guys can see. Just bring this camera down a bit more. So what we got is to go and then go to the 3rd fret on the high, and then back to the 2nd. And then open. So it's 2nd fret on the high E, and then 3rd fret on the E, and then back to the 2nd, and then open, and then go up the strings. So it's a bit more speed on that. And try play with a bit of a swagger so it feels like kind of like so. So just recap. 2nd fret on the high E, play up the strings, go to the 3rd fret on the high E, and then back to the 2nd on the high E, and then open and go up the strings. And then the next part of the riff is you've got this like little funky slide bit going on, which is on the B string on the 3rd fret. You just slide it up to the 4th, and then open on the high E. So from the B string, 3rd fret, slide to the 4th. So, and then open on the B string after you've done the high E. So 3rd fret, B string to the 4th, open the high E, open the B. So, and then what the next part? So if I just join them two bits together, yeah. Right, and the next bit is on the G string. We've got like a kind of roll down on 3 frets. And we start on the 4th fret on the G, and it's going to sound so. Yep, so it's on the 4th, roll down to the 3rd, and then to the 2nd. I'm using that finger for the 4th fret on the G, and then that one for the 3rd, and this one for the 2nd. So you can do it in one movement, or you can play it, but it won't give it the same effect. So you want. So what we got all together is yep. Then we get straight to the main song, which is like a kind of a movement between E minor and B11. So the E minor is 0 2 2 0 0 0 on the strings, and I'm using these two fingers here to do the E minor. So and the kind of rhythm you want to be playing is a kind of sloppy, kind of country style rhythm. So, and that incorporated in sounds like this. And what you're doing is that on each beat you want to be doing the downstroke slightly harder, so it emphasises more. So it's like right, and the next chord you're going to be incorporating with that is B11, which is the low E you don't play, but then you play the 2nd fret on the A string with this finger, the 1st fret with the D, and this finger plays the 2nd fret on the G, and the B and the high E are open, so you don't have to fret anything there, and it'll sound like this. So, and what you got to do to incorporate the two is this. And then that gives you the outside, summer in the city, the kids are looking pretty. And then at the end of each of the verses you've got an A minor to C. Well, that's what I'm playing on the cover. There's still a debate whether it's an A minor 7th or not. But for the sake of this, to follow along with the cover I did, we'll do an A minor to C. So we got obviously A minor is don't play the low E, leave the A open, and it's 2 2 1 0. So and then on to a C, which I'm using a G bass note on the top just to give it a bit more fullness, and that'll be 3 3 2 0 1 0. So it's all them chords together, and this is the verses. So. Now we move on to the chorus, which is the sea is calling out to me. That starts in G, and I'm doing the full whack G, which is the 3 2 0 0 3 3. So it's like the full body G. So that sounds like that. And that goes the sea is calling out to, and then to a full B7, which is don't play the low E, and then do 2 1 2 0 2. So a full B7. So you got the sea is calling out to me, and then now go to an E minor, which is which we said before, and then that goes to an E minor 7th, which take off this finger here, which will be just leaving the one finger fretted on the 2nd fret on the A string, which will sound like this. So sea is calling out to me, I've seen it spend my whole life. And then on the running part, I go to a full C, which was that. Running. And then you go to Who Can Be. The Death for You and Me. To B7. Then to E minor. E minor 7. Then this goes to the C sharp minor 7th sharp 11th, which sounds really bizarre and wacky. What we need to play there is you don't play the low E. You fret the 4th fret on the A string with this finger, and then this finger you use for the D string on the 2nd fret, and the rest are open, so what you got is this. So, and it sounds like a rundown of the bass notes basically, so E minor, E minor 7, and then to the C sharp minor 7 sharp 11, and then to a C major 7, and I'm adding the G bass note to give it fullness again. So it's basically this as a C, except I just take this finger off. So, and then basically that is the verse and chorus here. So we got, I could go through the thing. The sea is calling out to me, I see to spend my whole life running for people who could be the death for you and me. I can feel the storm clouds sucking up my soul. Right, and then in between that hole we got is where the horn section comes in. I think the way I perceived it to be was a C to B7 full, and then to an E minor to an E minor 7. So I'll be like. And then on the second time round, do the same, but when you get to the E minor, you need to do this like funky little bass roll, which just leads you back to the C again, which is. And then I bring my thumb over to the 2nd fret, and then my little finger comes up to do the G bass note. So it's then let off just back to an E minor gets up. So I'll do the whole thing round. E minor, E minor 7, C, B7. Right. And then we're back to the chorus again. And then for the outro, it's basically a copy of the verse, except for there's a little sharp C to B7 hit, which I make it to be this. Yeah. So just remember the rhythm. It's quite important to get that feel the way Noel's doing it, to give it that kind of swagger and that chilled out, relaxed kind of like easy, really going nice tune. So anyway guys, hope I haven't waffled too much, and I hope this gives you more of an insight of how to play the song. It's not 100% right. This is the way I perceive to transcribe it. I don't write tab out, so I'm hoping this video will help you guys who want to learn it. If you have any more questions, just throw them down in the box and I'll try my best to answer them. But yep, hope this has helped you guys out, and have good fun learning it guys like I did.